Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from ChicSpeaks. What's up? Come on in here. It is time for our evening walk. Yeah, time for our evening walk. Earlier, I went live. I talked about my habits, my healthy habits. Listen, y'all, I do the best I can. So these are my little habits that I will be talking to you all about and trying to document as far as what I do to stay active and live the most healthy lifestyle I can. So, what I do to look like these, to stay looking like this at age 43, 3 children, is I walk. Like anybody who knows me personally, who lives in my neighborhood, I am that chick, I'm that lady who's always walking, almost just about like rain or shine. I'm not gonna be out there raining, but your girl have gotten caught out there walking in the rain, and my one of my neighbors kindly gave me a ride home, but that's just because I got caught out in the rain. So we got to get moving. Okay, I think we good. I'm trying to do this live thing so you guys can see what I do. So this is me literally walking in my neighborhood, and it's, the sun's kind of going down. So right now, the excuse of it's too hot outside is not an excuse. Like, it's not a thing. It is 2 minutes before 9 o'clock p.m. So I'm moving. I'm getting out because I got to keep moving. So what I do, I have an Apple Watch. I track my steps. I like to track my steps because, again, earlier video, I talked a lot about accountability. So tracking my steps has me to be accountable for what I do, my day. I can look back and be like, oh, okay, my goal is to always hit at least 10,000 steps a day. I don't always hit 10,000 steps a day, but I will say if I do my walk in my neighborhood, which is a little more than like 3 miles, take me about around an hour to do that. Remember, I talked about I recently had surgery on my foot, so I'm moving slower, and that's okay. So it takes me around an hour, 7 minutes maybe, to walk my neighborhood, whereas maybe before I could do it in like 55 minutes, 50 minutes, like under an hour. Because like I said, I like to time myself because I always want to try to improve. But I'm moving. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move. So I'm trying to vlog my experiences for, physical activity in hopes to motivate you, just someone out there, to do the same. And it doesn't take much. Right now I'm not moving very fast because I'm doing something different with holding this phone up, but I'm gonna try to pick it up. And it's gonna be getting dark, so I don't like to be out when it's dark, but I wanted to just show you what it looks like with me moving, being outside in nature. So right now it's nice out, it's a little muggy, but it's okay. The sun's not out, so it's okay. We're out, we're moving. So a lot of times, of course, I'm normally not recording. So when I am out moving, I just find something to listen to, a podcast. I may talk on the phone with someone, or I may listen to music, just kind of whatever I'm feeling for that day. But more often than not, I'm kind of probably listening to some type of podcast, or maybe returning a phone call, that I couldn't get to earlier in the day. But this is me walking, me moving. Oh yeah, I have my waist trainer on. So again, as I mentioned earlier in my live, if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that, because I just go kind of more in detail as to what I do. So I wear a waist trainer to, I guess, to cinch my waist, to keep things tighter. It also has me to sweat more, so that's always good. But it just keeps me just nice and trim and flat. Now, as I said before, without my trainer, I'm pretty good still without my trainer, and my stomach will still kind of stay flat. But I noticed that wearing the trainer, to me, it makes it tighter. So For some people, it is possible to kind of make it even tighter. So with me, it's possible for me to have a tighter waistline, more flat stomach. So I can feel the difference really just by wearing the waist trainer. So I like to wear it when I'm walking, or if I'm just moving about around the house before I go out to walk, or if I know I'm maybe not going to get a chance to go out to walk, I'll still wear it. But yeah, just get moving, get moving. I need to check my mail. So I live in a community where I have to walk to my mailbox. I don't have the mailbox in front of my house. So this is also a reason to get up and get moving to go walk to my mailbox. So if you live in a neighborhood like that, that may be something that, a reason you could use as to why you need to get up and go outside and get moving. This is, let's see, sometimes, let me see if I can turn my camera around. This is my clubhouse. So there's, activities over here. So maybe I'm going to get out and just, maybe if my kids, on rare occasions, they're outside to go to the clubhouse or the pool, I can go and check, see what's going over there. But just move. Just find a reason to get up, get to moving, get off the couch, and just moving. Like I said, it's just creating new habits. It's creating new habits. It's creating new habits. We want to create new habits. We're just stepping into what we're going to say. New beginnings. We're stepping into new beginnings. And 1 foot at a time. It all starts at 1 foot at a time. And I promise you, if you keep doing this, you're going to see results, and they're going to motivate you and inspire you to continue to do it. And next thing you know, you're going to see those results. That's going to be like, okay, I see you, and you're going to want to step it up, maybe walk even longer, or incorporate some other types of physical activity into your life. Like I said, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. So that's why I'm not one to believe in like diets or like doing something temporary. You could be motivated by maybe like an upcoming trip or a wedding or whatever coming up, but it's a lifestyle change. So have that to motivate you to say, okay, initially I knew I had this event coming up and I want to get right for that event, but I'm liking the results I got as a result of my effort. So I want to keep this up. You see what I'm saying? So you're keeping it up, because you're not going to just have one event coming up in your life. You're going to always have things coming up that you're going to want to have your best foot forward for you, where you're going to want to present the best version of yourself. There's going to always be more than one day. So that's why I say it's a lifestyle change. And when you do it for yourself, late Nipsey Hussle say, when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Like, y'all, like, I'm going to keep saying that as long as you listen to me, because it's real. You want to stay ready. You want to stay ready. I promise you, to help you feel better about yourself, your self-esteem. People will see the change. That's going to motivate you to want to keep going. It'll motivate other people to want to try to learn more about, like, well, what are you doing? So then maybe they can get on that program that you on. But we got to start somewhere. So let that day be today. When you see this video, let that day be today, that you start moving and creating new behaviors and routines. No better time than now. No better time than the present, right? Find something or someone you're motivated by. Maybe talk with them to see what they've done. What inspired them to do what it is that they do. Listen to their story. Because how many times we look at people and we see people living and moving, and we just think that we got the answers or we know how they got there, and we really don't have a clue. And then when you finally hear their story, you're like, wow, like, I didn't know that. I wouldn't even thought that. I thought, they was like I say, a whole Beyonce. I woke up like that. No, people are out here putting the work in. So it's important for you to learn the background as to what people are doing. They're wise. Like, listen to them out. Don't be judgmental and just think that, okay, they on this different level than you are. I mean, we are people. We all bleed the same. Like I say, I'm a woman just like the next woman. I'm just choosing to come out here and tell my story, so therefore I can motivate the next as to how they can live out their life with the best version of themselves. Because that's what it's coming down to, because we are who we are, but it's about being the best version of ourselves. And every day I just strive to be the best version of me. It's about me, and I feel good about that because I know it's what I put work in. It keeps me going every day. It has me up right now after 9 o'clock at night walking the block. I'm not doing a lot right now. It's later in the evening, but I wanted to get out here and just show you all what it is that I do and how I do it and how simple it is. And like I said, more often than not, when I am out and about, it's very few people who are also out walking with me. There'll be some, but not a lot. And I will say the ones that I do see that may pass me while I'm walking don't look like me, as in, like, when I say look like me, as in skin color. They are not. Y'all know we're not out here walking like this. We got all the reasons in the world not to. So I'm usually like the Lone Ranger. So I think that's another reason why I stand out as far as in my neighborhood with walking, is because of what I look like. It's just like, oh, okay, it's the black woman that, that's small and she's always walking. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm look the way I look, because I'm out here walking, because I wouldn't be looking like this if I wasn't walking. I I don't see myself getting like obese, but I know I wouldn't look like this if I wasn't walking. So yes, I like to tell my story so I can inspire the next person to get out here and walk and move. And we can do it together. So if this means, I'll show you all what I do like in real time, I'll do that. I'll show you what I do in real time. So that's going to be the thing for me. So earlier, as I talked about, like, discipline, new habits, that's going to be the thing for me, you guys. Like, being disciplined to bring you all along with what it is that I'm doing, because I'm so used to just doing me. Like, I am truly that person who just stay in her own lane and don't be worried about the next person. I just be getting it. I just be getting it. I'm one of those people, I don't talk about it, I'm just about it. So my new routine is going to have to be to talk about it. To talk about it. I got to talk about it because I got to show you all what it is that I do. So I have to talk about it. So while I'm being about it, because remember, you guys need to be about it, just like as I've been, be about it. Because people are going to see your results. It's not going to be about that lip service, what you saying or whatever. They're going to see the results by what you're doing. They're going to see the change in you. If it's weight that you need to lose by you getting up, moving, whatever, they're going to see it. Like, think about it. When you see people lose weight or make these body transformations, it ain't because they told you they did. It's because you were like that. You took notice that there was something different about them. So you're like, okay, well, what happened? And nowadays, everybody on this Ozempic or these weight loss, all these type of products and stuff. Okay, do you, boo? But not everybody is going about it that way to transform their body. So I'm someone who's going about it a different way, who's always gone about it a different way, who's always gone about it a natural way. And that simply has been to just move my body, whether that was at times in my 20s when I just lived in the gym, or once I kind of got in my 30s, it was about being outside and wanting to walk. So it's like the older I get, the less I kind of want to be inside. I want to be outside, moving around, enjoying nature. That's just kind of where I'm at in my life, as a 43-year-old woman. I'm just like, I just want to, listen, y'all, I'm outside. But when your girl is outside, this is what she's doing. She's outside working on herself, keeping herself up, living a fit life. Like, this is what outside looks like for me. What does outside look like for you? Are you happy with how you moving outside. Like, that's the question you have to ask yourself. How are you moving outside, and are you good with that? Are you happy with that? And if the answer is no, okay, well, how can we change that? Who can we talk to about that? Who's dropping gems and let you know how they're going about getting the results that you desire? Like, what they say, when there's something you want, you got to talk to that person who got it. But so many of us be listening and talking to people who don't even have the results. Like, we see how many times we see that all across the internet, where people talking about all these topics, but though that's not how they're living, that's not how they're moving, or they're saying do this, this, and that. They're advertising, say, a waist trainer, or saying going to the gym, but we outright know that they went under the knife. They had surgery because, hell, they had documented. I don't know if they forgot they documented, or it was in the tabloids, but they come back out here speaking a whole nother language. And you be like, if you don't shut your, because you already know the deal. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we all have to be mindful of who it is that we're listening to. It's like my screen froze up. I'm out here doing the live, so I want to make sure. Okay, we're back. So we have to be mindful of who it is that we're listening to, because we want to make sure that the person who's telling you how they got their results genuinely got it that way. Because if they lying about how they got it, and here it is, you're listening to them thinking that you're going to get that same thing that same way, chances are that, you may get it one day, but it may not be how they're saying to go about get it, because that ain't even how they went about getting it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful about that. So I want to be someone to truly talk about how I achieve my personal goals, and what that looks like, and you guys to see it in real time. Now, I'm not going to be somebody where you guys, like, I'm on a journey and y'all watching me lose all kinds of weight, like, because that's not the journey that I'm on. Mine is about maintaining. So these things that I talk about, someone who do need to lose weight, they can certainly do these things. But I talk a lot about, okay, continuously doing them for the purpose of maintaining, because that's where I'm at. I'm at a maintain, and that's where you want to get, because it is very hard to lose weight. Remember, after I talked about earlier in my life, after I had my first son, I joined the gym for the first time, and I had to lose like 15 pounds, because after I had my baby, I lost all the weight right away, except for maybe about 15, 20 pounds. So I had to go in the gym and lose that. And y'all, that was the most difficult time. It's hard. Like, I respect people who have to lose a lot of weight, because it's hard. But I will share that during the pandemic, a lot of people put weight on during that time, during the 2020. So when they went back into their office, and maybe like a year later, a lot of people had gained a lot of weight. So when I went back into the office, maybe 90% of the people I saw had put weight on. But guess who didn't? I didn't put weight on. Do y'all know I lost weight? I lost like 20 pounds during the pandemic, because prior to going into the pandemic, I had put some weight on. I had let myself get thicker. Just like, okay, just I was still walking and stuff, but I just allowed myself to kind of get thicker and just see kind of what that would look like as far as with my body. Listen, I used to call it my Beyonce body. Like, I was maybe like 100, and I think the most I got up to was like 146 pounds. So in 2019, I was 146 pounds. Today, I'm like 32 pounds. I fluctuate between 130, 134 on any given day. So I lost weight, and that's just because I just started walking more than what I did pre-pandemic. Like, what else was there to do? So when I would stop working or on my breaks, I would just get up and I would just start walking. And then my company had like a walking challenge or something. And I'm like, okay, I'll join that. Your girl won that, because hell, I'm always walking anyway. So I won that. But I ended up just walking, and basically the weight I lost just got me down to what my natural healthy weight is, which it got me down. I think I had gotten down to probably as low as about 125, 123 pounds. And then I put some back on and got back to like around 130 by the time like everything kind of opened back up and me starting to kind of, go out and eat more with my friends at lunch, the social thing. So I put on some pounds. But again, like I say, there was no one else I saw that did what I did as far as losing weight during that period of time. Everyone like gained weight. It was crazy. When I went back to the office, it's like everyone had gained, literally every woman had gained weight, probably except for, I can probably count on one hand who I did not, who I noticed that did not gain weight. It was just one of those things. But I just was conscious during that time and just became just really active and moving, because I didn't want to just be in the house. I would make the kids get up. Okay, guys, let's go do our walk. They hated it. They hated it. But I just didn't want to sitting around in the house. And how many of us, that's our life right now? We're just sitting in the house when we're not working or running around with the kids. I call it Netflix and chilling. We're eating on something, some snacks, and we got our feet propped up. We drinking, and in that weight is just kind of piling on. That's the lifestyle of many of us today. But it's not a healthy lifestyle, and it's certainly not the lifestyle that's going to give you the results that you want when it comes to your physical body, unless you're going to be one to go out and purchase your body and have the surgeries, or get on the drugs that are out today that will have you to lose weight. But if you're interested in losing it the natural way, again, that's going to be the lifestyle change. And to me, I believe that's going to be your most healthy way for weight loss. It's going to be your most healthy way for weight loss. And when you change your lifestyle, it has you to, I feel like you're going to very likely stick with it when you make the decision to change your lifestyle. Drop my mail, y'all. So what are you going to do? Are you going to make some changes in your life, or are you going to continue to do what you've been doing and sit and complain? Like, it's up to you, because no one can do the work for you. And that's just with anything. No one can do the work for you. You have to be willing to put in the work yourself and do what needs to be done. Don't talk about it, be about it. Like, that's what we do. Don't talk about it, be about it. And that's what my channel is going to be about. Don't talk about it, be about it. And I'm coming out here to help you. If you do have questions pertaining to your situation, like, drop a comment, let me know, interact, talk to me, because that's the only way that I can help you. Earlier, I may do a separate video on this, but someone had a question about my diet. I literally eat whatever it is that I want to eat, but it's about moderation. Example, today, I didn't show it on camera. I was out taking care of business with my vehicle. Afterwards, it was maybe like after 5, you guys, by the time I had my first meal, because I was just running around. I did the live, starving. Hubby want to know, okay, what do you want to eat? I'm like, okay, let's go to Burger King. We went to Burger King. My meal was a Whopper, which is a burger, and onion rings. I ate half of that meal. So that was my first meal of the day at about 5:30. It was my first meal of the day, and I just ate half of it. I may eat the other half tonight for dinner. I may not. We'll see. But that's what I talk about when I say it's about like the quantity, which cuts your calories in half. So I don't watch calories intentionally, but by me halving my meals or watching my portions, that's going to cut your calories right there without you counting them. It's just going to do it. It's just the math. It's going to do it. So I don't have to pull the calculator out, be putting it in my phone or whatever. I just know this is just, common sense. Okay, I'm not going to eat this full meal. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in threes, like things like that. So because I operate that way, I eat whatever it is that I want to eat. I also had a milkshake with that meal. Didn't drink it all. Maybe had like half of it, medium size. So These are things that I do. So I don't believe in depriving yourself. But again, some people, depending on where you are in your health journey, there are some things that you may need to completely remove. But that's not the situation for me. I don't remove anything. I portion out everything. So I would suggest for those who have like a lot of weight to lose, you may want to research or talk with your doctor about what you can do to drop weight, as far as if it's some things that you need to remove altogether, or if you can simply just change the portions of whatever it is that you're eating. I don't know, but that's a conversation that you need to have with someone who can give you those answers, because all our bodies are different, and what I do may not work for the next, and that's okay. I'm out here to tell you what it is I do, because what it is I do, it may work for someone else. So I don't know if many of you have heard of the term intermittent fasting. That's very popular. You can look it up. There's a million videos out there, but that's eating during a certain window of the day. So myself, I'm not one to eat breakfast. So my first meal of the day is usually after 1 o'clock. So I don't eat breakfast. It's just never been a big meal for me. If I am consuming something in the morning, it may be a smoothie, but for the most part, guys, I don't eat breakfast. It's just not something I do. So typically my first meal is going to be lunchtime. So that might be 1:30 or later. Today was after 5. So a lot of times if it ends up being really late like that, that might be my only meal for the day, because I ate so late. You see what I'm saying? So imagine I had a full day and I ate a meal. Say that whole meal was 1,000 calories, but hell, that was the only thing I had for the day. You see? And then I still was moving and running around, burning calories. So that's how it works. So you have to burn more than you take in. That's how you lose weight. Burn more than you take in. So that's why I have my Apple Watch. I track my steps. So therefore I can see how many steps I've taken a day. I can see how many calories I've burned for the day. And it gives me an idea of how active I was for that day. You want to be active. Set a goal for yourself. My goal is to put in at least 10,000 steps a day. Let's see. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Let me see. Let's check my watch and see what it says I'm at for today. So right now I've been walking almost 28 minutes. A normal day I walk like an hour, but I started late and it's getting dark and I don't like to be walking in the dark. But right now my Apple Watch says I've walked 6,800 steps. So I didn't walk. This is my only walk for the day, other than just moving around, running errands and things like that. But had I did like my normal 3-mile walk in my neighborhood, my day is ended with 10,000 plus steps a day. So you can get those steps, but set a goal, get a Fitbit, Apple Watch, whatever type of tracker you can that can track your steps and your movement, because it does motivate you when you see those numbers increase, or when you are walking and you notice that you're able to walk that same path in a shorter amount of time. Like, it's almost like you're competing against yourself. That's what it comes to. I don't compete against anyone else. I compete against myself. It's like, oh, bet. For my neighborhood, it used to take me maybe like an hour and 7 minutes. This is on my good foot before surgery to walk my neighborhood. Finally, I got it. It was my goal to get it under an hour. So before I had surgery, I can walk my neighborhood in under an hour. So I shortened that time for the same distance, a little over 3 miles, but I was able to get it under 60 minutes. So that's me competing against myself. I don't compete against anyone else. I compete against myself, because I want to present the best version of me. And I want you to present the best version of yourself as well. But like I said, let me know any comments you have about anything that I've said. If you had any questions, like, share, and subscribe. Share the video. Anyone who you feel like could be motivated by anything that I say, because I know there's a lot of people out here, you know, we watch videos and we have comment, you know, and we just kind of lurk in the background. I know it, I do it too, you know, but if you have questions and you need help, like you gotta speak up, whether it's to me or someone else, because the only how you can get your needs met is by speaking up. And that's for all aspects of your life, not even just your physical. That's just any aspect of your life. You have to speak up. You have to let people know when you are in need of help and you need assistance. So therefore someone can come through for you, because there are people out here who are willing to come through for you, but they can't do it if they're not aware that you even have a situation. So communicate. That's what we're here. So we're gonna be getting to it. I'm dropping my mail, y'all. I'm wrapping up my evening walk. As you see, you can barely see me. It's getting dark. But, you know, it's been a good one. We got our walk in. We got at least a good 30 minutes in. This live is just right around 31 minutes. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But this is it, y'all. This is what I do. And you can do it too. It ain't nothing to it but to do it, boo, right? That's all. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. So again, like, share, subscribe, keep your notification bells on for when the next time that I go live, so you can see what it is your girl is doing and how she's doing it. And drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts pertaining to anything that I've talked about in this live or any other video. I have a gabillion videos out there, so check it out. I haven't private any of those videos. I had, I used to talk about all kinds of stuff, relationship, celebrity gossip, y'all. I was just talking all kinds of stuff. So you can certainly go out there and check it out. But right now, the spirit is moving me to talk fitness and just talk about my life and my journey and how it can maybe motivate or inspire the next person. So until the next time, I catch you later. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Definitely like, because I want to try to get back into the algorithm. And anybody who knows about content creation, especially when you've been gone for a minute, it's a challenge trying to get back in circulation. And now that I'm kind of trying to be more on that fitness side, I want to get back into that circulation. So make sure you like, please, it's free. But I will catch you on the next one. Everyone have a good night. Peace. Chic out.